east, or west?
Winchester is south of Los Angeles. It's closer to Palm Springs.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I would love for Scammy and Bougie to explain how Monster and Sassy are the ones stalking her, but they're the ones going around with no proof and asking for your guys' personal information. Sounds weird.
We have one. Listen, we have one that says in the comments that they live in the town where the warrant was put out. Does she listen? They're over there yelling and screaming, like FOIA. Oh, that okay? Do they not know that like she was arrested? We can get a copy of that full detail. This
Well,
is what we're doing.
it's evident they don't know anything about this side, or they would know that we fact check again, and then recheck it before even calling anything out.
Well, I'm not sure exactly why she was showing traffic tickets when that's not what the issue was. Showing that she wasn't on probation because of traffic tickets. That wasn't even the question.
What?
Yeah, she was showing her traffic tickets, and I'm like so confused because yeah, it wasn't. I wasn't impressed, Scammy. I was not impressed.
Beach Bum, I was just saying that Winchester's closer to like Palm Springs area than it is to Pasadena. If I'm looking at it, it's kind of like by Beaumont as another one it's over in that area.
That's what I came up for.
I was just wondering if Winchester, California is a nice place to live.
So Winchester is San Diego County. It's close to the Point Mugu base. I live in Cali. I'm in a small suburb of LA County. I don't live in LA. So for me, it would take me an hour and 20 minutes. And the only reason I know is because I have a girlfriend that lives in Winchester. It is a nice town. It's a military. Most part of that area is mainly military. Probably 70%, I would say, would be military. Yes, you have to go through that town to get to Palm Springs. But Palm Springs is about another hour and 20 minutes from there. So depending on where you're coming from in LA, let's say Pasadena, someone said Pasadena, it would probably take about 2 hours because of traffic. But you could get there if you went in the middle of the night with no traffic, probably an hour and 35 minutes. If that makes sense to y'all.
Yeah. Thank you, Malibu.
You're welcome. So it's south, like if I were to go to, let's say, Las Vegas from where I am, right? Vegas is like 3 hours and 45 minutes from me. Instead of going 15 north, I would go 15 south to get to it.
Shell, can you let people up for me? I'm trying to prep my room for painting. This bitch got me all the way out of my. Okay.
But
and somebody sent you a gift at
What?
Yes, it lit
I
up
saw
the
a
whole
train.
screen.
Oh my god! I'm so sorry I missed it. Thank you.
I'm going to drop because I'm on my lunch, but I just
Thank
wanted
you, honey.
to give you guys you're welcome. Oh, and Monster.
Yeah.
If I could yell like you, I would, but I can't because I don't. I still want my candles.
I know you do. I try to figure out how to do it cheaply.
Listen, I don't care about price. I don't care about price. My daughter's into all that stuff, and it would be her birthday's the end of December, so no rush. I'm just saying.
Message me what intentions that you're wanting, and we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Pissy Peterson, we can't pin comments when boxes are open. Let me go up and see what she said.
I have breaking news. Us horrible Wreckit people aren't allowed back over there.
What?
Yeah, we're not allowed back over there and scan across those
We
lives.
got banned from a
Aw.
whole live.
Yep, we're gonna need a victim chat. I just
Dang,
wanted to let you
that
guys
was
know.
too
That was
easy.
one.
That was
That
too
was way
easy.
too easy.
Damn, that
Listen,
was
I
fast.
feel here's how I feel. I feel if we're gonna be banned from lives, our names should be too.
Only one cuss
Um,
word was said.
They better not mention me one more time over there. Then
So
All
if
right,
it's just
Pissy
Wreckit, does that
Peterson.
include May May? May May, are you still up?
listen. I don't know. I'm not Wreckit, so I don't know. I just feel like, I mean,
Well, they said none of us. None of us that went over there are allowed back.
Oh,
Oh,
Did
shucks.
she ever
I
say why she
feel.
lumped Sassy in? I came
no,
in kind of late.
no, she
Oh,
didn't even
okay.
lump. She actually said her name. It wasn't even like a mistaken, like a lump, a group lump. She said her name.
What
She
the?
she couldn't even show the proof, but she said she took it to the police. But then she also admitted to not watching the video
Yeah, she
and
said she never saw it.
never saw it, but took it to the police and is adamant that Sassy and Monster threatened her life. I was
all right.
like,
Pissy Peterson said the comment she wanted pinned, I guess. Just FYI, she went real life on Missy Peterson, creator on this app, and showed up at her front door.
Oh,
What?
And did what?
Wait, what?
If I remember right from her comments over in the other live that y'all were in, she said something about serving papers. Sat out there for 8 hours.
you
oh
can't serve
my.
Wait,
your own papers.
you can serve your own papers.
You couldn't afford to
That's
pay
She
someone
said
to
there's a
serve?
police report involved.
I won't. What? You can
So
serve your
she's
own
a
papers? I
stalker,
didn't know
stalker.
that. For a
Well then,
stalking harassment order?
like CK said earlier in the chat that she said that she paid to get the 911 call from the whole stuff with Petty's child.
Yeah, she did.
So
That's so
she's a
gross.
stalker and a kidnapper. Checks out.
Mm-hmm.
Checks out.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
She
and she
tried to serve
pretended to be a
papers for
police.
Missy's ex-husband.
She impersonated
What?
police too to obtain the child.
Holy
On
Wow.
there.
shit.
She's an
Yep.
FBI agent, DV advocate, process server. What can't she do?
She's also a military wife and knows all about the military because she's a military wife.
Oh my God, that argument was hilarious. And my comment when I said depend eponymous got muted.
Mm-hmm.
Look, if you're gonna be a dependa, own that shit, okay?
She's like,
Don't try to hide it. Everyone sees it.
I think she
Listen,
should.
like I said, I did not ask you if you served your country on your knees. I did that too, right? But that does not mean that I knew what my ex-husband, what it felt like to be in the Marines, what it was to be in the Marines.
Mhm.
It just meant I knew what it felt like to, never mind. I'm gonna
no,
stop
you're
there.
wrong, May May, because she does know because she went through that and she had resources available for how to handle being alone while her husband was out on deployment. So
Oh my.
she went through it
No.
just as much as he did. I wanted to
Ew.
shut up.
Okay, CK said that she said to stay tuned because she will play
Listen,
it.
I want y'all to read
Ugh.
what Daphne just put in the chat.
I can't see it.
Read
Can
it out
somebody
loud.
read it?
I'm gonna read it. Yes.
Follows my fave said she just said that the FBI asked her to look into someone recently.
Daphne
And you
said,
just
I
said
work with
who's?
federal military records, so the only way Bougie got records was by forging petty sign.
I don't think
Yeah.
that to get a FOIA,
No,
You
because
cannot
military
get a FOIA does not cover military records.
Right.
what?
Aren't there some
Since when?
military
Wait. So that's wrong, guys. I just didn't want you guys to follow that and then believe it. So she may work with whatever, but I actually looked this up the other day when all this was happening, and there was a law that they were trying to pass in 2023, and it was temporarily a law, but then it got like halted. So as of right now, this current moment, you can 100% get a FOIA for military stuff. There's
I know
some
you
stuff that
can-
can be left private. transcribe it, but you don't have to forge a signature. You can still get military records.
I know you can at
There's
least
a
get
lot that's
confirmation of service. At least get
There's
confirmation of
very,
service.
very, very few things that are limited, that where you would need the family or the service member's permission, but that's what they're trying to get changed. And it was briefly, there was like a very like short period where they had shut it down, and then it was it went back to court and was
But was it intended for their family members or to get information of like past loved ones and stuff? Wasn't
No, you cannot get their DD 214.
not to sit there to
Cannot
pull
get
these
their
records to
DD-214,
harass
correct.
someone?
right. Yeah, no, you shouldn't be able to get their DD 214, but you can essentially get forms that would have the equivalent information via the FOIA.
It will not have discharge reasons. That's why they were speaking unknown causes, which is absolutely putting out
I
false
believe
information.
it will say if they were honorable, other than, or dishonorable, though.
Well, and
If I remember
he's already
correctly.
shown that, so that's irrelevant, really. And also, just as a heads up, I'm not sticking up for any of them. But if you really want to make Bougie mad, I live rent free in her head because I called her a pick me bitch. She also does not like being called a
that's my
dependa.
title.
And yeah, I support no sides of any of it. I just
It's gonna be battle of the
Can
pygmies.
I ask her if she's like one of those wives who puts like the broomstick on the porch when her man goes out of town, asking for a friend?
What is that? I've never heard of that in my life.
Does she
She's
put a
probably the
pair of
kind
boots
that
out on the
asks-
porch?
She asked for the
know what I
military
mean?
discount when she goes to places for her man.
Oh, bullet.
Yeah. Yeah, blue light, exactly. Yes. All the ways to tell all the other men that her man is overseas.
Is that what the broomstick means? Maybe I'm just a bad military wife. I just don't know that.
Well, I seen a comment roll by saying that she said Thursday night that she was undercover, like she was working undercover for the police. Swear to God, I just seen that comment roll by.
Light special.
Bougie, you've already been arrested for impersonating a police officer. I don't think that they would be too happy. That's crazy.
Listen, I
She's
can talk
you
on
know
that.
what? She needs
My
a
man never
job.
deployed. They also have a deployment flag. Facts.
We don't want to advertise my man is gone.
I have a deployment flag? What does that look like?
So women who cheat on their men when their men are gone, there's signs of ways to like put it out
I know
there.
about Jody. I know
that's
that
horrible.
whole Jody
Someone
thing.
said that she said her kidnapping charge was a setup.
Jesse, I didn't know that your husband was in the service.
Oh man.
Yes.
Well, thank you for your service, Jesse.
After you just clowned someone.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, you're so welcome. I've worked
Yeah,
very
thank you
hard.
for your service.
I've worked very hard during my husband's career.
Hi, lovies.
Hi, Amber.
Hi, loves.
Hi, Amber.
I just wanted to make a statement. You guys know I don't talk a lot. How do you go on this internet and be a whole ass bully and then cry like a fucking crybaby the minute people come back at you?
Right.
Listen,
Oh God,
I've
not
been
crybaby.
asking that question for a couple months now. I'm
It's
sorry.
wild. No, I'm appalled. Like I watched the whole live and I don't get
Yeah.
it. Like if you're going to say it with your whole chest
Yep.
and stand on it.
Facts.
And when people come back at you, don't cry and then take a recording you didn't even listen to the police, which is wild to me that you would do.
That the fact that she admitted that, like I could
Yeah.
not, I was sitting there like, whoa. You're
Yeah.
so
Wait,
you're
does
not just
anybody-
dumb, you're dumb.
Dumb. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Noted. Check. Okay.
Got
That's all I wanted to say. Okay. I'm dropping. Bye.
Thank you.
So Mimi Sita wants to know, does anybody know about the GoFundMe she had? Can anybody explain that to her?
No idea.
Yeah, I don't, that's
Go
a
find- that who had Bougie? I have no idea.
Nina's got something on her screen. What do you got, Nina?
Uh-oh.
where it absolutely in that article says she was charged,
Yeah.
but we're liars. I don't know. My bad.
She said she wasn't convicted. She was charged but not convicted.
So was it
What did
her
him
or
who?
wasn't it her?
And a lot of people get charged with things all the time. It doesn't mean that they follow through with their convictions. And I'm like, not a lot of people get charged with kidnapping a child, but I'm
No.
just going to step out of that one.
What does Kane have to do with this? Did I miss that? Why did him who say Kane Allen?
Oh God.
It's him.
Did I
It's
just
him
black
who.
out? Huh?
I
Does
said
he just
because
want to
it's
say?
him who. It's him who. So
Oh,
who knows?
he just wants to
Yeah.
spread. Okay.
I was like, what the fuck does this have to do with him?
I know.
Him who choo choo, motherfucker.
I'm not near my phone, so I
Wait,
can't see what's
she says
happening.
that article isn't true, and
This
it
one?
is. Yeah, that's what
I
Gigi
saw
just said in the
that
comment.
too. How is it not true?
Um, so she said she had the charges, but then she doesn't, and now she does, but the thing's not real. I'm confused. I feel like she's trying to gaslight and confuse.
I
Right,
believe
Daphne,
she
but you
said,
can confirm, I'm sorry, Daphne, you can confirm service though with the FOIA.
she said in Scammy's live something along the lines of charges, but she was not convicted. They were dropped. So it doesn't mean anything.
No, it would say dropped though. It would say dismissed.
Yeah, but she's
And
above showing any proof because that doesn't fit her narrative.
she pled guilty.
And she's a stalker.
Yes, she's a cyber stalker, convicted cyber stalker.
Does she live by you?
I have no idea where she lives.
From what the article says, she
Oh,
pretended to
South
be, I guess,
Carolina.
an official.
Yeah, that's what
I want to know what
That's what
that,
Meme read off earlier. Was that she? I guess like acted like as if she was some sort of like a as if she was some sort of like official.
the backstory of that is. How
Listen,
how
it
did
sounds like trafficking to me.
she
Can we
carry
get the
did she make her own, does she forge a badge?
can we
Flash
get
it, say here,
the,
give me the kid.
the
I want to see the
FOIA on
outfit.
this? I want to see this case record.
Oh my, did she take all
Lisa
money's
has it.
Kevlar vest?
Lisa has it.
Yeah, but will Lisa share it with us?
Um, Probably.
Oh, yikes.
Lisa got it today.
Wow.
I want to read everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Queen Witch or Wicked Witch of TikTok has it also. Is she still in here?
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
She says they're working on it. And then Amber says she wants to see the one where she was stalking Missy Peterson.
Shit. Bougie, I think that you need a job.
Monster, you'll have to let Wicked up.
Okay. Hold on.
Is her husband still in the military or did he get out?
That's what I was wondering.
I don't know.
Yeah, she's had 100 years on her knees, she said.
Yeah,
Just
her
joking.
husband's still in the military. Okay, so these charges, that's the record. We're having an issue. We're going through all these hoops to try to get it. The email she got earlier led us down like nowhere really. So we had to call the sheriff's department to get the warrant number. So we're literally going through hoops.
Right.
We did request a FOIA for that warrant
Oh, good.
for those charges. We requested a FOIA.
See, Bougie? Well, you should have just left Hetty alone. You should have just left us like,
I mean,
this feels a whole lot like karma to me.
but let's see. Let me find it here. I think it's this one. You can put me up. This might be the stalking charge for Misty Peterson that she pled guilty to.
Wow.
Did you just read that? That's comment just said Mallory just said she was trying to help Monster.
And
Yeah.
then
Is Missy Peterson the one that's husband is Willis?
this is a post for that her daughter posted about her.
Mallory, do I look like I need your help?
Quit texting. Leave me alone. Get out of my life. I don't know how many times I have to ask you. I don't need your bullshit drama anymore. I'm 18 years old and still can't leave me be. Stop. No.
I mean, as much as like, she
This is
outed
the
her mom, but
Snapchat information. This is the Snap conversation her daughter posted between both of them.
I can't see what
what
are
was the
things down?
issue? What's the issue with her daughter? So
So I don't know the whole issue. We do know that. Hold on, let me grab that one. So is it?
Someone asked if you'll post the stalking missing one again.
Yeah, give me just a moment. See,
Thank
this
you.
is the case. I believe this is the one with her and her daughter that was dismissed. She took her daughter to court.
The 18-year-old?
Yeah, her own daughter. She took her own daughter to court.
wow.
Now, the first one you showed, you might need to go in and into your gallery, take a screenshot of it, and then show it, so it'll show everything, unless you're just wanting it to show the
That's the only. That's
right side.
That's well. I don't know if it'll. Let me hold on. Let me try that. Go into my gallery.
Yeah, take a screenshot.
Go take a screenshot of the picture, and then show it, and it'll show more.
And that was the.
Hi, Country AF.
Is this the same Missy that has Willis as her husband? Because I know there's another Missy Peters. Isn't there another Missy?
I think it's the same one. Is that not the same one?
No, there's that other big creator does those that also has drama.
No, it's two different people.
Oh.
So Missy, okay. So this is not Willis.
No.
There you go. Now you can see it better.
Hold on, let me.
Cannot see that at all.
Now, actually, can you put the other one back?
Yeah, that made it tiny. Sorry. It didn't show the whole page, but it made it tiny.
You said it was better.
There we go.
I did. I said it was better because I could see it better.
Oh.
Misdemeanor stalking. What year was this? 2000.
Yeah, 2011.
So who was she stalking back then?
I'm not for sure. I do know that she has a lot of speeding, driving without a license, stalking. That's what we found so far.
Was this when she was an undercover police
Probably
officer?
when she was being an FBI agent.
Yeah. She was doing some recon.
So, but we did request the FOIA for that warrant for those charges, and everything, because we're having an issue trying to locate those. She's had it. Okay, so here's the thing: if you try to pull her up on the internet, she's had the internet scrubbed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the issue. We've had to go through the courts to get this information. And
What's really
so I don't think she was
Right now-
charged with the attempted abduction, but she wasn't, I don't think, was convicted. That's why we're having a hard time with finding it. But if I can get the FOIA on the warrant, it'll tell me more.
So what makes it hard, right, is Onslow County, that area is not they're not online yet.
They're not.
So you have to call and get it, and it's a fuck ton of bullshit you have to go through. But times are catching up with you, honey. And those counties go online at the very beginning of 2025. So you can keep playing this to make us jump through hoops. That's fine. But in less than like 2 months, the shit's going to be blasted everywhere.
Well, you said that because that's what I've been trying to tell everybody. That county does not have online records. Not until 2025. So we're having to jump through hoops, go back and forth and trying to get this information.
Hey, Nikki, you know something though?
How do you?
I'm all about the long game.
Me too. Me too.
Well, I got a question. You said she was convicted or she was charged with kidnapping, correct? But you don't know if she
She
was
was
convicted.
charged.
She
Right.
was charged with it, but
Charged
I don't
and
think she was actually convicted.
I,
Yeah, because that says she was
Yeah.
justifying
well,
it.
she may not have been convicted of the kidnapping, but it could have been dropped to a lower charge as well. So you got
And that's what I'm thinking, that it was probably
Oh.
reduced to a lower charge.
So go online and see what the charges are for kidnapping, and then below that it will show the lower statuses of it, and then look for that on her record.
Okay.
And if it pops up, then you know she took a plea deal.
I thought she pled guilty.
Yeah, someone just said she was charged and pled everything down to avoid felonies. First of all, how does someone scrub their name
That's
off?
lawyer
You
fee,
can do it.
$1,000.
It's a very long process,
It's a long
but it
process.
yeah.
That to me is a
But-
red flag. If you're going to
Hey.
go through that, you're hiding something.
Rose, I'm gonna send you the name of this person.
So yeah, if she took a plea deal, that means it's still. I mean, if you look
I mean,
up,
her name isn't scrubbed that clean if we found two news articles with her name
She
in
probably
it.
couldn't get them removed because they were news articles.
Well, here and that,
Yeah.
so let me just say this. That's another thing that triggers a red flag for me, right? So if because she said first she said that's not her.
Yep.
I wasn't even arrested.
Was it her?
Yep.
Right? Like there was an I wasn't even arrested part in all this, right?
Mm-hmm.
If something is false in a news article, you don't even have to have an attorney to write the paper and say, you put out something false on me. You need to change it or I'm taking you to court for slander and defamation, right? And they are going to fight you. If you can prove it's false, they're taking that shit off.
Yeah.
Right? They're taking
Yes, because that's a
First
huge
Amendment does not-
liability for false advertising.
Right. First Amendment does not cover slander and defamation. So
Yeah,
if
'cause
those
that's-
articles are false or have incorrect information, they wouldn't fucking still be there if they were me.
Or she would own the newspaper. If that was me, I would own that newspaper
yeah.
by the
you
time
would
I'm
own
done.
more
Yeah.
than the newspaper. You'd own the news agencies.
But
Monster
these were the
Lisa-
things
Yeah.
we couldn't get to saying over there because we were getting muted. We were getting kicked from boxes. We were getting muted in the comment section. You know, like anything
I wonder
to
why.
keep logic out of an argument.
have a bond.
Monster, can you let Shell up?
She would have a bond because she was arrested. She was arrested for those charges. So she would have a bond to bond out. But when she went to court, she probably like Viken said, probably got it reduced down to a smaller charge, pled out, or there was not enough evidence to convict her. So she would have a bond when
She had so Lisa said that she had a 20K bond.
And the other one,
No.
she said 50.
Now we're gonna go ahead and knock out one of the things that you just said, to where you said that they didn't have enough information, it was dismissed. If that was the case, old girl would have been all over us. But like, look, it's been dismissed and showed that.
Fact.
So
Hey,
that-
Monster, can you drop
Right.
Colby
I'll
so
be right back.
Petty's parole officer could come in?
I'll be right back. I gotta go to the
My
doctor.
box.
Collect
You can
clout.
drop me too.
And again, she keeps saying that she was not
Alright, box is
charged.
open.
But if you're charged with something, you are arrested.
Absolutely.
Okay. In the other life, she said that her husband paid the 50K bond. I know, I heard it.
Okay,
It was a 20K bond.
Oh,
can you guys
okay.
hear me?
Yeah.
All right, you finally got my voice. After all this time of messaging, here I am. So I'm going to give you guys, I try to lay low. I'm going to give you guys the side because all of you are pretty much right, but I'm going to give you the side from the law enforcement, which is, her state is pretty similar to mine. However, Onslow County is where I was born at. So I'm a little bit familiar more so with that area. So what happened was the charges regarding the claiming to be law enforcement and the child abduction and the cyber stalking, etc., that happened in Onslow County, which is Jacksonville, Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. Her husband was stationed at Cherry Point, somewhere between Camp Lejeune and Cherry Point, which Cherry Point is in Havelock down on the coast. I'll tell you that because that'll come into play later. Okay. So what she did was she ended up in Beaufort, South Carolina. For whatever reason, that is where Paris Island, another Marine camp, is. That is when she probably got pulled over, but she came in contact with law enforcement for whatever reason. They checked her, and NCIC would have flagged her for the warrants, which is what we have found on the internet. And because they were felony warrants is why Beaufort held her, and Jacksonville or Onslow County, in turn, the sheriff's office would have sent someone to scoop her up and bring her back. That's when she was booked in and charged. What did Alicia tell us to call her? Dependa? Pick me, bitch? That is when you were charged. After all this time of saying you weren't charged. And she was booked in. She did get a $20,000 bond at that point, which she would have had to pay the 10% plus fees, and then a signee would have secured the difference. Upon going into court is when they probably would have done a few continuances because attorneys love to play that game to run up the bill. And then at the final end of that episode or series, the assistant district attorney would have offered, look, this is what we've got. We will drop this to a misdemeanor. We can drop these charges. To eliminate the factor of becoming a felon, because then that's when you get into the nastiness for the amount of time her husband has served with the Marine Corps and being able to gain access to that does get much stickier than they're saying. And I can say because we've owned a trucking business and I had a driver that I could not get onto any military establishment for something not military related at all. A simple position.
Can't go either.
Cannot go on, even for work, even for a pass with our federal clearances. Mm-hmm. He could not get on base simply for being in possession of a means of protection that's a no tolerance carry. Mm-hmm. So she would have jumped on that because otherwise it would have gone to trial. And based on the evidence, she knew well enough to probably find her guilty. That's when someone will take the plea to have it reduced. So in between her being in Onslow and her husband being at Cherry Point, a hurricane came through. That's where that comes into play for what you're finding in Clarksville. The Clarksville, Tennessee, that you guys have the picture of, she and her daughter, she would have probably chosen there because there's a military base. That would have been, which is Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Even though it's Army, she would still have military resources and access to posts. So that, I was at the Hilton. Well, yeah, you may have been at the Hilton for the first week and then your money ran out. That's when she went crying to the community, and a family that had owned a hotel for multiple decades heard her story. They stepped in. They gave her a week's stay, and as it hit the local Fort Campbell or Clarksville community page was when over 70 people commented. I'm sorry, I have a dog coughing. He's in mourning. His companion passed this morning. Anyway, so upon... He's after 13 years, he's just very confused and keeps coughing. So